James, roll that video thing again. That was pretty cool, that intro. Not that one. That one's lame. The first one, the cool one. Come on, roll the first one. Welcome to Bruce Tracy Photography. Today I'm going after the Thor's helmet Nebula. That's been a really tough target for me. In fact, last year I got 2 decent images. They weren't great. What I did was I took those shots using my Canon EOS-R, which is an unmodified camera. And what happened is both of those images came out really green because without the astro modification on the camera, it doesn't capture the reds like you need it to. And for whatever reason, that gave me a really green target. In fact, let me show you what those look like. Here's the better of the 2 Thor's helmets that I took right here. This is last year. What I want to do tonight is I'm going to take out my Canon 60D, which is astro modified. And what I really want to do is I want to get some of that bluish color in there. I think that's more of a natural color for this target. And also there's a little bit of red that you see on the side of Thor's helmet. I would love to get some of that in there as well. We'll see what we can do. My goal is I'm going to capture new data tonight. I'm going to combine it with the data I got last year, put those together and see what I can come up with. Come with me. We're headed outside. We're going to see what we can do with this target. Well, it is going to be a late night tonight. We are going after Thor's helmet, the Thor's helmet Nebula. I've got my modified Canon 60D on the back here tonight. Let me take my light off my head here, see if you can get the night sky. And you can. Right above my chimney there, you see the star Sirius. And Thor's helmet's off to the left. See if I can point to it for you. You probably can't see that. Thor's helmet is off there to the left of Sirius, which of course is the brightest star in the night sky. If we come up this way, you just barely can make out Orion. It's right over my head there. But right down here is Sirius, and it is 9:15 at night, and you can see it just cleared all of that light off on the horizon. So just now I'm starting to get some good shots of Thor's helmet. I'm going to be out here till 2 a.m. at least tonight shooting Thor's helmet. I'm kind of excited about it. I've got it focused in great. We're tracking it real good. I'm using 1-minute subs and 800 ISO. And hopefully we'll get something good to show you here. So that's what we're doing tonight. We used a batten off mask to get the focus in good. Got my power station there like I always do. And here you go, now you got a better look at my telescope. And I am really hoping I have clearance of the wall here. It looks like I do pretty easily. So I'll be shooting all night. Probably get to bed at 3 a.m., which I did the other night as well, as I was trying to get the Witch Head Nebula, which turned out to be a humongous failure. Maybe I'll make a video about that later. Okay, I'm going to give some quick insight as to how I set this shot up. Right here I have an index card, and what I do on the index card is I draw a pattern of the stars, the prominent stars that I'm seeing on the back of my screen on the camera. And then what I'll do is I go to the internet and I pull up for example, this is Thor's helmet, so I'll pull up some pictures of Thor's helmet and I match up the star patterns in those photographs with what I'm seeing in the back of my screen here, just to make sure that I'm lined up exactly how I want it lined up in the back of my screen. So that's just part of my process as I'm out here shooting this, because it's nothing worse than spending an entire night photographing space and being aimed at the wrong target. So tonight, again, there's Sirius. That's the main guide I have. I know that the Thor's helmet is just down here a little ways. I've got this thing star aligned with 3 stars, and I got it locked in pretty good. So I let my go-to feature take me to this target, and then I just backed it up with my star patterns that I draw in. And doing that, I know that I'm exactly where I want to be, and I'm not wasting my time on this target tonight. Okay, we are done imaging for the night. Now I've gone in, and what I did was I took last year's image and I resized it to match up perfectly with what I captured last night. What I captured last night was not very good, but I'll show you what I got. Here is my last year's image, which you'll notice once it opens here that it's really green. There's no blue in there. I don't have any of that cool red on the side of the helmet right over here. And that's all I was able to capture last year. Last night, I captured some not great data. but you can see at least it got some of the blue, and I got some of the red starting to come in here and over here. It's very noisy. The stars are not focused well. But what I'm going to do with these two images now is I'm going to combine the two of those two images in Sequitur. Let me show you how I do that. So I'm going to open up Sequitur. I'm going to select star images over here in the left-hand corner. And now I'm going to take those two images, last year's image and last night's image, select them both, open those up. And now I don't have any noise images. I don't have any vignetting images. So this is it. I'm just going to combine those two photographs together. Select output here. Let's name that Thor. And that is a TIFF file. So I'm going to leave that just as a TIFF. Click Save. Now the only other thing I'm going to do here is where it says Composition Align Stars. Underneath it, it says Accumulation. I'm going to click on that. Come down here to the bottom. And I'm going to put Select Best Pixels and slide it all the way to the right. Now this is going to take no time at all because I'm only combining two images here. I'm going to hit Start. And you will see how fast it goes. I'm already done. So I'm going to close that up, and here is what it looks like when I've combined those 2 nights of data, and it's looking a little bit better. I now have some of that blue I wanted. I've got some of that red on the sides that I wanted over here and over here. What I'm going to do with this image now is take it over into Lightroom and into Photoshop. I'm going to do quite a bit of editing on this. I've got to reduce these stars like crazy, clean it up as best I can, and what I'll do now is I'm going to bring you my final image. Now, it's not going to be perfect. It's not even going to be great based upon the data that I'm looking at here, but it's an improvement over what I got last year. And really, that's all I'm looking for with my astrophotography is each time I work on it, I want something a little bit better than last time. Now I have something to shoot for next year. I want to improve upon this image and make it even better. But here is my new Thor's Helmet Nebula.